What's up, everybody? Mike here with Reprint, and as promised, I'm going to hit the ground running. Whenever I make a commitment and say I'm going to do something, I like to do it as quickly as possible. So we're going to jump through the steps. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on with the cap tops and pumps, help you troubleshoot clogged printheads. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the pump system. If you need immediate help, I do have a service on my website that we can jump on a video call for a fee. The link is in the description. Make sure you check it out if you need help quickly. If you haven't done so, please do me a favor and subscribe. Very important to the channel. I want to make sure I noted that. But right now we're going to jump into the cap top and the pumps. Right now we are at my Calca DTF printer. Sunday, I'm getting ready to do my normal weekly maintenance, so I figured it'd be a good time to show you the capping system. There's a guy from Oregon that I just helped with this printer, and he watched all my videos, but I didn't explain this in depth, and once he comprehended what it was, it made his life a whole lot easier. So that's what I'm going to do here. The process is the same no matter pretty much any printer, whether it's a Roland, Muto, Mamaki, DTF printer. The concept is the same. So I'm going to move the head area and show you the cap top and explain exactly what the cap top does, what its function is, what its purpose is, and how to tell if yours is bad or may need replacement. Cap tops is generally we replace these every 6 months or so. It is a normal replacement item. The cap top pretty much serves, here you go, I'm going to show you. I have a marker right here, or it could be an ink pen. This is a cap top. The purpose of this, number one, is so you don't get ink everywhere, but its main purpose is to keep this marker from drying out. Your cap top is pretty much the same concept. Right now I have this doing what's called a wet soak. Every night I soak my printer in moisturizing solution to keep the print heads from clogging up. DTF is a different animal that requires more maintenance, and I find that this definitely helps with my nozzle checks in the morning. Any type of printer, I don't care what type it is, whether it's UV, eco solvent, DTF, it doesn't hurt to do an occasional moisturize, a head soak. But typically solvent cleaners, it isn't a good idea to constantly soak in solvent cleaner unless you're trying to dissolve the ink and clear a blockage. DTF is a different story, and I'm not using a typical cleaner here. I'm using moisturizer that's made to preserve the print heads. So you will see that they are filled with solution right now and they are not draining. So this is what I tell people typically to test if their cap top is functioning properly. If you take a syringe and fill your cap top with cleaning solution, you can watch when you do a cleaning. So here I'm going to actually run a cleaning real quick and watch that there is no fluid left in the cap tops after it does its cleaning. So here we go, normal cleaning. Here I can watch the pumps and make sure that they're functioning correctly. You can see we have the white line is complete, it's filled, so that means that it is working properly. The colored hose is the same. Right now we have two print heads. We have a white head and we have a colored head. I just had a woman that was confused, but she did not see any yellow or any magenta coming through the lines, and it is all mixing, so that is very common. If a cap top shares the head with other channels and other colors, it's going to be black. They're just going to mix together. Roland printers, some of the printers have individual cap tops for each color, but they all serve the same purpose, no matter which printer we're looking at. You can see the pumps are circulating. They are suctioning the ink and expelling it into a waste tank. That's a nasty mess. My guys don't check that often and it overflows. But here again, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. I'm going to move the carriage out of the way. And as you can see, the ink has been expelled. It's gone. So that tells me that the cap tops are functioning properly. These rubber seals are very important to keep these clean, which I'm getting ready to do. That's what my goal is. DTF printers every week, it's like this. It's embarrassing, but it's just the way the nature of the beast. So you always want to make sure that your cap tops are cleaned off. These rubber seals, it's very important that it seats to the print head correctly, and very important to keep these clean. We do this Usually we'll wipe them down once a day, but right now is my deep cleaning stage where I'll actually clean up this entire mess. But these need to be replaced often. If you have suctioning problems, then replace these. I highly recommend OEM on Roland printers. They do have some Chinese aftermarkets that I struggled with. I'm not just saying this, they are the devil. Not recommended. I recommend only OEM when it comes to Roland cap tops. But next, I'll show you the next feature. The next feature is to suck the ink. What happens here is we have a line coming from our white head. This is coming to the cap top, and we have the other line right here. Depending on your printer, you may have two lines. They may be wide together because they share a pump, but they're wide together. In this case, you would have four lines going to the pump. But how they function, again, you saw how this was rotating and cleaning, and what's happening is it's siphoning the ink from the cap top to here, and then it expels itself right here to the waste tank. This line right here is your exit line, and it's going to the waste tank. So this is where your waste ink comes from. Again, there's the waste tank. So if I was having problems with my cap top, number one, I would take some cleaning solution and place it into the cap top, run a cleaning. If it's still full, that doesn't necessarily mean that your cap top's bad, but we need to figure out where that's coming from. So I will take this line. If I was having a problem with the white, I would disconnect this line and use my syringe to see if that cleared up. If it did clear up there, then that would mean that my pump line is bad or my waste ink tube is bad. So my next step, if I got to the point where that was working, this line was fine, my next move would be going here to see if this pump right here, I disconnect both these lines, take a syringe, see if I could get any air, and then I would work my way down to this line right here. And again, they are all different. Cap tops are different on every machine. If you had four heads, you may have four cap tops in a line. Roland SPs, XCs, XJs, XRs, you know, all the different models, they have different cap top systems, but they all serve the same purpose, to suction the ink. So this is where I would search for first when it comes to printhead clogs. If you're doing a wet soak, with this particular model, I can easily fill the cap top and it will stay. It's due to the design of this pump system. But oftentimes, especially on the Japanese printers, I'll just pour some in here real quick just to show you. Well, I'm making a mess, but it's okay. But if I filled this up, I'd want to watch it for a second and make sure that the fluid stayed in the cap top. If you're dealing with a Roland or a Muto or a Mamaki, it's important that you kink this line right here, crimp it off, use some forceps, use a binder clip, you even use rubber bands. You can take and fold this over, wrap it a few times with rubber bands to make sure that the cleaning solution stays inside the inside the cap top. Very important. I believe that's pretty much it when it comes to the pumps. They all look different. I'll put some visuals in this video so you can see the different styles of pumps, but it all is the same. You just need to understand how the workings of this is and make sure that all your lines are clear or free of clogs. A lot of times they will have Y connectors right here. Sometimes pumps have Y connectors and they tend to clog. Make sure that they're not clogged. Make sure the exit system that it goes from here to the waste tank is clear and free of any type of clogs, and that will help you solve suctioning problems and potential printhead clog problems. So hopefully this helps. I'm going to keep going with the videos. I think I got a little bit of time that I can make a few more. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.